Baker in to jump against Pettis to start this thing off. Pettis is about 6'3.5", Baker about 6'4.5". As Baker moves in, we're waiting for Dan. Jim's in now. Jim's in. We're waiting on the official. Official's in. The tip will go over the Wolfpack. They tip it in the back court to Slater. And he'll hand it to Baker. And that's Gary Baker. Gary Baker brings it up. Gives it on the right side to Will Bradley. Bradley gives it back top of the key. As they take it around the horn to far side, take it down low to Harris. Sitting across. Wolfpack will press. 2-2-1 looks like maybe a zone trap. And it is. They're going to try to trap. As the Tigers with Pettis in the backcourt, gives it back to Daniels. Daniels now moves into the front court, splits the defense. They have it finally taken away. The Daniels for the Tigers. The Wolfpack drops back into a 2-3 zone. As Daniels takes the inbound pass into the corner with it to Rhodes. Rhodes looking inside, gives it back outside, has the pass deflected out of bounds, trying to get the bounce pass back out to Daniels. Has it deflected, so the Tigers will inbound it again from the front court, quarter court right side, as they bring it into Daniels. Daniels top the key with it to Presavati, bring it around to Larkin, trying a three-pointer from the left side off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound to Barry Baker and the Wolfpack. Gives it out to Gary Baker. They try to get it out to Slater. Streaky can't handle it. And the ball not loose, picked up by the Tigers. As Pettis comes out with it to Daniels into the front court, takes it down the right side, back into the corner, looks inside, gives it back out to Presavati. Larkin top of the key with it, gets it down low to Rhodes, fakes underneath, brings it back outside. To Presavati on the right side. Top of the key, turns it into the top of the key to Daniels on the near side wing. Drops it to Pettis on the post. They double team, they triple team. He goes in the lane, ball not loose, and the Wolfpack comes out with it as Baker. Bradley with it out on the move. Firing from the right side off the iron. One go, ball tipped out of bounds. Tide we're ready to get it for going again. As the Wolfpack will inbound it with Gary Baker. As he brings it into the lane to Slater, puts the force and shell on the go, put back up and in by Gary Baker. Baker puts it to the left hand, 2-0. Tigers trail. The Tigers come back long to Presavati. Fakes on Baker, puts it on the glass, and it will not go. Ball too high on the glass, it skipped off the front of the iron. The Tigers playing a man-to-man. And Gary Baker brings it up. Presavati plays it. Man-to-man defense for the Tigers. As they try to drop it down low to Barry Baker, firing off the left side. It will hang on the iron, will not drop. Rebound, tips around Harris almost. As Daniels comes out with it, they force him out for the Tigers. Bring it up as they bring it into Daniels. Daniels across the time stripe. He's on the right side of the court. Looks to the left. Now he gives it to Presavati on the left side. They give it to Larkin on the left side corner. Gives it back outside to Daniels. Holding it overhead. Looking inside. Pettis comes to the high post. Does not get the ball. As Daniels takes it toward the right side. Slowly moving it right now. Picks up the dribble. The Presavati top of the key. Drives it to the left side of the lane. To Larkin in the corner. Left side firing. In and out. Will not go. Rebound to Barry Baker. Baker plays it out to his brother Gary. Gary into the front court with the top of the key now. Presavati picks him up. They give it to the right side to Slater out on the wing. To Bradley, top of the key, firing is on the iron, will not go. Rebound tipped up once by Harris, won't go. Rebound to Pettis as he brings it out. Traffic leads it out. Daniels on the break with it. Works on Slater, goes under, puts it over his head, will not go. Rhodes puts it back up for the Tigers. That won't go. They got 5:29 left to play in the first quarter. It's 2-0. The Wolfpack leading in a game that's a little slow to get underway. Sean Rhodes on the line for the Tigers. Shoots 2 shots. Puts the first one up. It is good. Tigers get on the scoreboard with 5:29, and they put that on the wrong side of the scoreboard. As now they correct it. As Rhodes will have another attempt. He puts it up. In and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Barry Baker. He'll give it to Gary Baker. Baker puts it on the floor, brings it up under the pressure from Daniels. Goes across the line, down the lane, firing with the left hand. It goes. Gary Baker. The Wolfpack goes on top 4-1. As the Tigers coming back long, they got Presavati. Works on Harris, fires over Harris. Got it. Presavati from the left side about 8 feet. 4-3. Tigers trail by 1. As Gary Baker flags traffic away, he'll bring it up against Daniels by himself. He'll give it to Slater on the wing left side. Gives it outside to Bradley, top of the key, back to Slater on the wing. Now to Gary Baker, who moves to the point to bring it to Bradley on the near side. Back firing from the point position. It's off the front of the iron, will not go. So the Wolfpack inbound it. They bring it into Bradley, top the key with it. As he gives it in the corner to Gary Baker. So Slater goes down the lane, puts it up. Nice move by Chad. As the Tigers coming along again, the Presavati comes down, works on Slater. Slater's back now. He'll fire over Slater. He's got it. Presavati from about 9 feet that time on the left side of the lane. 6-5. Tigers trail by 1. As Baker brings it up slowly. Now he's across the time stripe. Daniels picks him up. He gives it to Bradley. Gives it down low to Barrington. That's the charge. The Tigers bring it into Pettis. Working against that 2-2-1 trap of the Wolfpack. Pettis in the backcourt with it. Gives it in the front court to Rhodes. They double team Rhodes. He gets it back to Pettis. Pettis spins away from the defense. Starts it down the lane. To Presavati firing on the left side. It's on the iron and will not drop. Rebound tipped around by Slater. Comes outside as they get it to Barry Baker. Driving with it. Now firing out of the lane. That's off the glass and the iron will not drop. Rebound to Pettis. Pettis clears it away from traffic. Puts it on the floor. He'll bring it up. Across the time stripe with it. Leaves it for Daniels. Danny on the right side. Moves it into the quarter court. Gives it to Rhodes in the corner right side. Sean gives it back outside to Daniels. They go to Presavati on the point. To Larkin on the near side. To Rhodes down low on the baseline left side. Back out to the quarter court to Daniels. Trying to get Pettis open. Cannot. To Larkin now firing a 19-footer. Short on the iron. Will not go. Rebound pulled down by Pettis. Stripped from Pettis and knocked out of bounds. As the Tigers will inbound it on their own baseline. Daniels brings it into Presavati in the corner. They drop it to Pettis. As Harris knocks it away and goes out of bounds, it'll be Tiger ball on the baseline. As Pettis really getting pinched in here tonight. As Daniels will inbound it again. He brings it into Presavati in the corner left side. Starts it toward the lane now. He'll fire the 18-footer. It's off the iron. Will not go. Rebound by Baker. Out to brother Gary Baker. Down low to Slater as Daniels there to knock it away. And they say Slater finally gets into the bounds. It'll be Tiger ball in our own backcourt. As the Wolfpack sets up that 2-2-1 trap again. Daniels gives it to Presavati. Down to Larkin in the front court as the Tigers break the press. To Pettis, top of the key with it. Jim gives it back out to Daniels. On the point position, he'll start the offense. As Daniels gives it to Presavati on the near side wing. They bring it down low to Larkin. Now fading off the baseline will not go. Pettis had a hand on it, could not bring it down. As the Wolfpack out and running. Gary Baker with it. Starts it down the lane. He'll fire. He's got it. Gary Baker. The Tigers trail by 3, 8-5. With 2:14 left to play in the first quarter. As the Tigers with it in the back court against the trap. As Pettis with the ball. Gives it back to Daniels on the near side. As he brings it to the front court. Takes it to the point position. And the Wolfpack drop back into that 2-3 zone. As they give it to Larkin down low on the baseline left side. Vince gives it to Daniels top of the key. They give it to Pettis on the high post. They double, triple team him. He's firing out of the lane good as he hits the deck. But the bucket was good. 8-7. Tigers trail by 1. And the Wolfpack comes back trying to go long, trying to get it. As Baker pulls the trigger, brings it in to Barry Baker outside to Bradley. Back to Gary Baker, down to Barry down low. To Hatcher, top to Bradley, top of the key. Firing will not go. And he fires with the left hand. We got 2:07 to play in the first quarter. Tigers trailing 8-7. As Baker hits the first one, he'll have a second. Barry Baker firing again. It's no good, too strong. Rebound comes on to Presavati. As Nick puts it on the floor, gets it in the front court. Starts it on the right side, gives it to Daniels out on the wing, holds it overhead now, looking into the corner with it to Rhodes. Crosses it down low to Pettis, fade away, short, will not go. Rebound comes out to the Wolfpack. It's Gary Baker with it in the front court. They got a 4-on-2. They give it down low to Harris. They put the shot out. Push it on the fast break. 11-7. Tigers trail by 4 with 1:13 to play in the first quarter. As the Tigers get it to Presavati, he brings it to the front court against the trap. A triple team, knock it loose, and scratch for the floor and play in the first quarter. I believe that's right. The clock not showing this what it should be up here right now. Some of the lights said no, it's 1:34. It's 1:28 as Gary Baker with it gives it to Slater top of the key. They go by 4. As Pettis with the ball in the backcourt, we'll give it to Daniels on the near side. To Presavati. Still in the backcourt with it. Now gives it to Daniels in the front court on the left side. Takes it across the top of the key. Trying to drop it down low. Has it deflected. And picked up by the Wolfpack as Chad Slater comes out with it. Slater with it on the break into the front court. Now he's without trouble. Over gives it to Gary Baker. They give it to Bradley on the near side wing. Down low to Baker. And has it to the corner of Tigers. The Wolfpack bring it into Bradley. They give it to Gary Baker to the corner right side. To Slater on the far side. Starts it down the lone. And Daniels tips it away and flips it out of bounds. The Wolfpack will have it out of bounds on the right side of their own bucket. They bring it out front to Bradley. Off the key with in the corner on the left side to Gary Baker. Back to Bradley. To the near side to Slater. Firing. Good. As the 2-pointer out through, the Tigers come back long again to Presavati. Works, puts a shot up, it won't go. Rebound put back up by Rhodes. Whoa, he hammered. No call on that one. As the Wolfpack come away with it, he steps out of bounds on the far side. Gary Baker. Did Sean Rhodes get clobbered?
He got clobbered.
I think he hit him right across the face. Anyway, Rhodes will inbound it for the Tigers. They'll get it into Daniels. Try and get it down low to Pettis. Has it intercepted by Harris. He gets it out. The Wolfpack gets it out front to Bradley. They give it to Gary Baker. Back to Bradley. Back to Gary Baker on the right side. Drops it down low to Barry Baker. Barry Baker, the Tigers go down by 8 with 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. As Pettis with the ball, gives it to Daniels. Daniels in the backcourt, brings it across his triple team, gives it to Larkin down low. He'll fire from the left side, 17 feet away, will not go. Rhodes 15 to 7. The Tigers trailing with 3 seconds left to play in the first quarter. As Rhodes firing, it's good. 15 to 8, Tigers down by 7. As Rhodes will have one more. Rhodes firing. It is on the iron and good. He drew a lot of iron, but it went down. 15 to 9. As they come back to Slater firing from the half court. So at the end of the first quarter. Bob, is that the lowest scoring quarter the Tigers had this year? The starters. As the Tigers have it out to start the second quarter. As Daniels with it, top of the key on the point, holds it overhead, gives it to Rhodes on the wing right side. Trying to get it down low to Larkin, has a tip, and now it goes out of bounds off of Barry Baker, so it'll be Tiger ball. They'll have it on the baseline in the corner, front court on the right side. As Daniels will pull the trigger for the Tigers. As he gets it outside to Pettis, back to Daniels in the corner, looking inside, can't get anything inside. As he gives it to Rhodes and then gives it back to Daniels, and Daniels on the wing now on the right side, gives it to Presabati, top of the key, to Pettis on the near side wing. They go across court with it to Daniels. Looked at the bucket, did not shoot, gives it down low to Rhodes, faking, firing out of the lane, good, he is fouled.
Sort of in slow motion. This whole game's been in slow motion.
Has been an NBA continuation. 15 to 11, Tigers trail as Rhodes hits a free throw. 15 to 12, the Tigers out within 3. We got 7:35 left to play in the first half. As the Wolfpack, Chad Slater with the ball in the backcourt. He'll get it to Gary Baker. Baker spreads it out and brings it up as he brings it toward the left side. As he'll give it to Smith on the left side wing. They drop it down low to Chris Harris, spinning, firing out the lane. He's got it, Chris Harris. 17-12, Tigers down by 5 as Daniels with it in the backcourt, working on Gary Belcher. Gives it to Pettis on the near side. Pettis brings it into the front court, looking for help. Now gets it to Daniels. They get it to Larkin on the left side wing. Back to Daniels on the point as the Wolfpack drops into that 2-3 zone. Daniels to Presabati, firing from 18 feet left side wing. He got it. Presabati, he got it. 17-14, Tigers within 3. 6:55 to play in the first half as Gary Baker will bring it up for Williamson. He's in the center circle, gives it to the right side to Chad Slater, and they give it to Billy Smith, and now on the left side wing to Gary Baker, looking inside all the time. As they bring it to the near side to Smith, and looking inside now, he's dropping, looking for Harris, couldn't get him. He gives it back to Slater, trying to get to Baker on the other side. Pettis tipped it loose. Rhodes comes out with it. Rhodes with it in the front court, holds it up, gives it to Presabati, firing from the left side. It's on the iron, will not go, as the Tigers could not close there. As the Wolfpack comes out with it, they'll give it to Gary Baker. Baker still in the back court. Now moves it to the front court as Daniels picks him up. They'll give it to Billy Smith on the left side wing. Smith gives it top of the key to Slater. They bring it around to Gary Baker on the near side. To Chris Harris. Top of the key, firing. Good from 15 feet. 19 Tigers down by 5. As Daniels puts the traffic, so Danny Daniels goes to the free throw line for the Tigers with 6:04 left to play in the first half. As Daniels firing a free throw, it's good. 19 to 15 now. The Tigers trailing by 4 with 6:04 to play in the first half. As Daniels firing again, it's good. 19 to 16, the Tigers within 3 with 6:04 to play. Gary Baker with the ball in the backcourt for the Wolfpack. As he'll work it up against Daniels, takes it toward the left side. Now takes it toward the top of the key and brings it to the right side to Slater. Dropping it down low in the back door to Barry Baker. Has a tip loose, has to pass the flicker. Picked up by Gary Baker, firing good from the right side of the key. Gary Baker got the drop pass and put it in. 21-16, Tigers down 5 as Danny Daniels with it into the front court. 2 traffic for the Tigers. Takes it to the quarter court on the far side. As he holds it up, the Rhodes in the corner, right side. Gives it back to Presabati, top of the key. Ball knocked loose for a moment as Presabati gets it back. Gives it to Pettis, firing from the left side, good. 2 shot, 2-pointer from 19 feet, 19.5 feet. 21-18, the Tigers down by 3 with 5:21 left to play in the first half. As Gary Baker will work it up for the Wolfpack. Puts it across the time stripe, gives it to the right side to Slater. Slater's on the wing. He'll give it to Billy Smith. Got the key with it. Back to Gary Baker, firing a three-pointer left side off the iron, will not go. Barry Baker rebounds, puts it back and got it. Barry Baker. 23-18. Tigers down by 5. As Daniels with it into the front court on a full head of steam. Goes all the way to the baseline looking for help now. Throws it outside, but the Wolfpack comes up with it. Billy Smith with it into the front court to Slater. Drops it down for Gary Belcher. Gary Baker puts a shot up, won't go. Spreads the body rebound for the Tigers. Maybe a foul on that one. I don't know. Spreads the body in the front court with it on the point. Gets it down low to Pettis. Pettis double teaming on the baseline and has it knocked loose by Slater. As the Wolfpack comes out with it, it's Gary Belcher on the move. They've got a 3-on-2 as they give it to Wolfpack. And Chris Harris on the line to shoot 2. Firing with the right hand. The first one is no good. 23-18. Tigers trailing by 5 with 4:33 left to play in the first half. As Harris firing again. That one's strong off the flange, will not go. Baker had the rebound, had it knocked loose by to Daniels. That 2-2-1 trap set up for the Wolfpack. As Pettis with it in the backcourt for the Tigers right now. Gives it back to Daniels on the far side as Daniels works it to the front court. Gives it to Rhodes at the corner court on the right side. As Sean brings it to the top of the key. Gives it to Daniels on the wing right side. Back to Rhodes on the top of the key. Looks at the bucket. Doesn't shoot to Daniels. Firing a 3-pointer short on the iron. Off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound to the Wolfpack. He's running on the move with it. Daniels deflected a pass as Pettis and Daniels come down working on Harris now. They drop it to Daniels, goes under, lays it up. He got it on an assist from Pettis. Tigers with a 2-on-1 made it work. 23-20. The Tigers within 3 as the Wolfpack comes back. He gets, you with me, Nathan? Hello? Okay, 2 shots. As the runner was good. 25-20. The Tigers down by 5. With 3:51 to play in the first half in a down tempo game. Barry Baker firing the free throw good. 26-20. The Tigers down by 6. As Daniels with it in the backcourt for the Tigers. Works on Belcher. And brings it to the front court as they change his direction. Goes to the point position. 2-3 zone now for the Wolfpack. As Daniels calling some signals, looking inside, and he gets the ball to Cecil on the right side, gives it back to Daniels on the point. Daniels looks at the bucket, now gets it down low to Pettis on the back door, firing off the glass, will not go. Rebound pulled down by Harris of the Wolfpack, as he'll get it outside. The Slater and the ball knocked loose by the Tigers. They come back with it as Pettis with it in the front court. Now they got a 3-on-3, so Pettis will fire off the baseline left side air ball, no good. Rebound, kicked around, outside with it. As the Wolfpack running it, they go down. Barry Baker firing, that will not go. Rebound to Prezzavati. As Nick gives it to Daniels. Daniels in the front court. We got a 4-on-2. As Daniels with it beside the lane, firing, will not go. Rebound kicked around, controlled by Larkin. Fakes on Harris, puts it up and in. As Harris took a shot at him and bounced off. 2:54 left to play in the first half. 26-22. The Tigers trail by 4. As the Wolfpack get it in, bounce to Barry Baker, who had to come help against the Tiger press, and gives it to Billy Smith. As he'll give it to Gary Baker. Gives it to the left side to Garrett Fletcher, trying to get it down low to Harris, and they throw it out of bounds. As Larkin over to contest Harris from the pass, it'll be Tiger ball in the backcourt. As they bring it in to Daniels. Daniels into the front court with it. Brings it to the left side of the top of the key. Brings it almost to the wing position. Drops it down low to Larkin. Works on Harris inside. The ball knocked loose. He come up with a Barry Baker. Gets it out to Gary Baker. Gary's into the front court with it. Takes it to the right side of the key. Backs it away. And gives it to Barry Baker. Gives it back to Gary. And Gary now staying top of the key with it. Gives it to Smith. Billy Smith gives it back to Gary Baker. Into the corner with it to Fletcher. Firing from deep in the corner off the glass. Will not go. He's got iron and glass only. As Harris steals the outlet pass and hits the layup. Chris Harris on the steal and the layup. 28-22. Tigers down by 6. As Daniels with it into the front court for the Tigers. 1:52 to play in the first half. To Cecil out on the left side wing. To Larkin down low. Turning and puts it in immediately on the quick shot. 28-24. The Tigers trail by 4 now with 1:11 to play in the first half. As Baker gets it to Smith into the front court. Pulls it overhead, gives it back to Gary Baker on the point. They give it to Fletcher. Down by 4. We'll have Barry Baker on the free throw line. The Wolfpack firing. The first of the 1-on-1 is good. He'll have a second. As Barry Baker on the line to fire again. That one is a high arching shot. That's good. 29-24. The Tigers, it'll be 30-24. Tigers down 6. And we get Slater back in the ballgame for the Wolfpack. Daniels now on the right side for the Tigers. Into the front court. Comes to the quarter court with it. Starts it for top of the key. Gives it to Prezzavati. Starts it into the lane. Has the ball tied up. They flipped outside. Pettis claims it. Firing off the baseline. In and out. Will not go. Larkin. We were down 6. 30-24. And are still down 6.
They gave the signal for the bucket.
As the free throw, no good. As they just had him on a 1-and-1. So 30-24, the Tigers trailing by 6 with 1:12 left to play in the first half. In the front court with the Wolfpack. Yeah, they put it up. And the pass thrown out of bounds as Harris couldn't handle a hot pass from Gary Baker, so the Tigers have in the backcourt. Now they down before, 30-26, with 1:06 to play in the first half. And Daniels getting some instructions from Coach Ralph Ball. Brings it up. No stress for the Wolfpack this time. As Daniels brings it up, brings it to the left side wing. Gives it to Rhodes in the corner left side. Looks at the bucket, gives it back outside to Daniels. Presavati on the point. As Nick goes to the top of the key, gives it back to Daniels on the near side. Gives it outside to Presavati. Nick holding it overhead to Larkin on the high post. Drops it down low to Rhodes on the baseline. Has it knocked loose. And saved by Harris. Gets it into Rhodes. Trying to fire out of the lane. Will not go as Harris comes away with it for the Wolfpack. Gets it out to Gary Baker. Running with it in the front. As Baker firing, it's good. 31-26. Tigers down by 5. As Gary Baker will have one more. Firing again. Good. 32-26. Tigers down by 6. As Danny Daniels with the ball for the Tigers into the front court on the right side. As he's got it at the quarter court. Starts it to the top of the key, into the side of the lane now firing. It's off across the iron, will not drop. Rebound pulled down by Slater of the Wolfpack. 20 seconds to play in the first half. Tigers down by 6. As the Wolfpack brings it up long, as they'll get it to Fletcher in the front court on the left side. He'll get it back outside to Gary Baker. He's on the point. 10 seconds on the clock now. As Baker gives it back to Slater as they give it down low. Slater firing will not go. Rebound pulled down by Rhodes with 2 seconds on the clock, and he is firing from half court, and it will not go. So at the end of the first, give me 4 shots. All right, we're ready to start the second half, and Wolfpack will inbound it. They bring it into Gary Baker. Baker into the front court with it on the left side to Chad Slater. Slater gives it back outside to Gary Baker. As they're looking inside, but they can't get it, so they take it around to Bradley on the far side. And now they throw it out of bounds as they were trying to get it down to Harris.
Harris was supposed to come out to the ball, and he just didn't come.
So the Tigers will come back now trailing by 6, 32-26, right at the start of the third quarter. Daniels with it in the front court, the present body, top of the key to Pettis on the left side, firing from 19, in and out, will not go. Larkin rebounds, puts it back, got it. Big Nathan. Big Vince got that one, not Nathan. Nathan's back on the board, keeping us honest, isn't he? 32-28, the Tigers within 4. As Baker with it in the front court, that's Gary Baker, top of the key with it. They give it to Harris on the post, drives the baseline, puts it up, will not go. Harris rebounds, puts it up again, that won't go. And somebody was over Rhodes' back.
Harris was over Rhodes' back twice on that one. He didn't get the call.
Rhodes told the official about it, they didn't make it in. Gary Baker will inbound it for the Wolfpack, brings it out front to Bradley. Bradley gives it to Gary Baker in the corner, back to Bradley, firing from the top of the key, gets good. There was not a three-pointer hit, put on the line. 34-28, Tigers down by 6. As Danny Daniels with it for the Tigers in the front court on the left side. To Rhodes in the corner left side. Back to Daniels on the wing. Presavati top of the key. To Pettis on the near side wing. To Rhodes firing out of the corner. Off the iron will not go. Rebound pulled down by Bradley. Quick outlet pass to Gary Baker. Baker drives, goes down the lane, firing off the glass. He got it. Gary Baker puts the Wolfpack up by 8 on the Tigers. As Daniels with it back to the front court for the Tigers. Bring it to the right side. The Rhodes in the corner. Looks at the bucket. Drops it down low to Pettis as they double team. Pettis puts a shot up, will not go. Rebound, tipped around, tipped outside. And finally controlled by the Wolfpack. As Gary Baker with it into the front court. Gives it to Barry Baker. Shot up, will not go. Rebound, pulled down by Bradley. Puts a shot up, that won't go. Rebound, tipped around, comes out to the corner. Picked up by Gary Baker. And Baker will get it back out to Bradley. The Wolfpack had 4 catches there. As they give it to Slater, firing from the right side. That's good. Slater, 19 feet, carries it 38-28. The Tigers down by 10 now. As Presavati takes the up-court pass from the Tigers, spins it away to the baseline. Gives it back outside to Daniels. Daniels drops it over to Rhodes on the near side. Fakes to Sean Rhodes on the free throw line for the Tigers. He'll shoot 2.
I'm a little bit surprised they got Slater with it.
So? Rhodes firing a free throw. Got it up and down. It's 38-29 now. The Tigers down by 9. As Rhodes firing again with the right hand. That was good. 38-30. The Tigers down by 8. 6:02 left to play in the third quarter. As Bradley with the ball for the Wolfpack in the front court on the right side. He'll give it to Baker. Baker will bring it to the point position. Tigers playing a 2-3 zone right now. As Baker with the ball top the key. Drops it to Barry Baker in the lane. Gives it out to Slater firing on the right side. No good. That was Bradley firing out Slater. Rebound comes off the Pettis. As Jim puts it on the floor, brings it to the front court for the Tigers. Picks it up at the point position, gives it to Daniels on the wing near side. Danny holds it overhead. Gives it to Rhodes in the corner right side. Drops it down low to Pettis, has it tipped away and out of bounds. It'll be Tiger ball on the baseline.
That time Bradley got up in the air to tip that out of bounds, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Bob, what's the black band on the shoulder of some of the Wolfpack uniforms? As the Wolfpack takes the steal in bounce pass, and Gary Baker on the breakaway lays it up, got it. Gary Baker. 40-30, the Tigers down 10 as Danny Daniels with it into the front court for the Tigers. Gives it to Prezzavati on the left side wing, holding it overhead, gives it to Daniels, top the key with it, he's on the point. Directing some traffic, now gives it to Prezzavati on the left side again. Nick takes it inside, gives it back out in the corner to Pettis, and brings it into Larkin. There's a shot blocked by Harris, as Harris gives the ball outside to Bradley. Bradley to Gary Belcher, drives it down the lane, lays it up at the goal. Gary Baker. 42-30 as the Wolfpack out to their biggest lead, 12 points over the word you're looking for. Let's go, Nathan. All right, as the Tigers with Jamie Cecil in the ball game now. As Cecil gives it to Prezzavati, he's on the point position, stretching toward the left side. As Daniel sits down for the Tigers, Prezzavati gives it to Rhodes in the corner left side, gives it out to Cecil on the wing. As the Tigers bring it into Pettis, firing out the corner, will not go. Pettis comes down, lays it up again as he follows the shot. Pettis with the bucket for the Tigers. 42-32, Tigers down 10 with 4:24 to play in the third quarter. As the Wolfpack into the front court with it, they give it to Bradley on the far side. The Slater on the near side, bring it around to the near side. As Bradley now firing from the far side, it will not go. Tipped up and in by Barry Baker. Barry Baker on the pretty tip. 44-32, the Tigers down 12. Jamie Cecil with it into the front court for the Tigers. To Prezzavati on the wing left side. Trying to look inside, can't get anything. Gives it back outside to Cecil. Larkin firing a three-pointer. It's good. Vince Larkin. Out on the wing on the right side. He won. 44-35. Tigers within 9. As Bradley with it into the front court. As he'll give it to Gary Baker. To Chad Slater on the near side. Back to Bradley, to Baker, to Slater. Drops it in the lane to Harris, going shooting. Has hit two shoot. He'll have 2 attempts. He puts the first one up. It is good. As Harris ready to fire again. Puts it up, and that one is no good. Rebound to Pettis. 45-35, Tigers down 10. As Jamie Cecil brings it up for the Tigers on the right side. Gives it down low to Rhodes on the right side on the wing. Has the outlet pass, trying to get it back outside, deflected by Gary Baker. As Baker gets Bradley on the break, Bradley converts. Bradley on the left. 47-35, Tigers down by 12 now with 3 minutes 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. Prezzavati brings it back to the Tigers. Gives it to Larkin, firing for 3 outside. He got it. Larkin 47-38, Tigers within 9 with 3:09 to play in the third quarter. And Bradley brings it up for the Wolfpack as he'll give it to Slater on the near side. To Gary Baker, top the key. Back to Slater, and now Baker. They go back to Bradley. As they give it to Baker now to Barry Baker, firing out the lane. That will not go. Rebound to Chris Harris. Gives it to Barry Baker, puts it up and in as he comes down the lane. 49-38, the Tigers down 11. And Jamie Cecil with the ball for the Tigers into the front court. Gives it to Prezzavati on the left side wing. Drives it toward the baseline. They double team and steal the ball, but they knock it out of bounds. The Tigers set up the inbound play and bring it into Pettis. He does not shoot the three-pointer, Bob.
I was surprised.
As they give it to Larkin on the high post, works on Harris. Now brings it outside, fires for 3. Good. Larkin hits for 3 from the right side. 49-41. The Tigers within 8 with 2:22 to play in the third quarter. As Slater with it for the Wolfpack into the front court for Bradley, as on the right side. To Gary Belcher, top the key, back to Slater on the left side wing. To Gary Belcher, top the key, back to Slater, starts it toward the lane, gives it back outside. Belcher wanted to fire, now gives it to Bradley, firing from outside. It won't go. Rebound pulled down by Pettis. To Daniels, behind the back dribble, go around Belcher. In the front court with it under full head of steam, firing from 3 to the line off the iron, will not go. Rebound pulled down by Bradley of the Wolfpack. As he'll get it up to Gary Belcher. Gary Baker did. Baker now into the front court with it to Slater. Slater gives it to Bradley on the far side. Gives it back to Gary Baker. Slater with it on the left side. They take it around the horn again to Bradley. They bring it back to Gary Baker, firing from the three-pointer. He got it. Gary Baker from the top of the key. 52-41. Tigers down by 11. And Daniel with it in the front court. Gives it to Brooks. Drops it down low to Pettis. Fade away off the baseline. Will not go. Rebound to Barry Baker of the Wolfpack. As he gets tangled up with Smith Larkin with the up court pass intercepted by Danny Daniels. As Daniels comes back, works on Baker, firing over top of him. As they bring it in to Prezzavati, firing from way on the far side, deflected by the Wolfpack. As they get it into the front court, as Bradley with the ball, drops it for Gary Baker. As Bradley inbounds it to Slater. Gives it outside to Gary Baker. Top of the key with it. Gives it back to the right side to Slater. To Baker, top of the key. They bring it around to Bradley on the near side. Then they go back to Slater. Firing from the left side. It's off the iron. Will not go. Rebound to Brooks. His first time in the second half. He was in the first half. So Daniels now brings it up for the Tigers. He's on the left side with it. Looking inside. Gives it to Brooks in the corner. Brooks gives it back outside to Daniels. Throws the body top of the key. Gets a pick from Pettis, firing a three-pointer. It's good. No, they call it a two-pointer, so he's on the line. 2 points. 52 to 43. The Tigers down by 9 with 37 seconds left to play in the third quarter. As the Wolfpack bring it up. They'll get it in the front court to Fletcher. Fletcher holds it on his hip, looking at the clock. The Tigers sitting back into a 2-3 zone. And now they give it over to Gary Baker, standing out front with it. They take it back to Bradley, give it to Gary Baker. Again, the Tigers pull out on it, but 17 seconds on the clock right now, as they're working down for the last shot in the quarter. As Gary Baker with it out of midcourt for the Wolfpack, 9 seconds on the clock. Behind the back dribble, crushes in the lane, deflected, and they inbound it for the Wolfpack. As he brings it in to Bradley, gives it back to Gary Baker. Larkin will inbound in the back court. We got 4 seconds on the clock as Daniels brings it up across midcourt, firing from the top of the key.
To penetrate and put up the shot. He also had 1 3-pointer, but he had 11 points in that quarter.
As the Tigers will start the fourth quarter of the ball. Danny Daniels with it. 2-3 zone for the Wolfpack. They give it to Prezzavati. Goes to the left side. Jump shot from 19 feet. It's in and out. Will not go. Rebound to Pettis in the lane. Faking. Putting it up. But he has not had many attempts at the basket. They've just triple teamed him all night.
Right.
Pettis firing a free throw. That's good. He'll have a second one. How many shots do you think he's had tonight?
5 or 6. Oh no, not many.
Pettis firing again from the free throw line. That's good. 52 to 44. The Tigers within 8 with 7:16 to play in the ball game. As Bradley gets it into the front court to Slater for the Wolfpack. As he'll give it to Gary Belcher. Tigers now sitting back into a 2-3 zone. Now they make matchups, and now they go man to man. As Daniels deflects the pass, but Baker picks it up, gives it underneath to Harris, puts it up and in, he's got it. Quick Harris. 54 to 45. Tigers down by 9. As the Tigers were within 7 for that bucket, now they're down 9, but the Tigers turn it over, they get in the front court, they throw it out of bounds. So the Wolfpack will come back with it. As Slater with the ball, he'll give it to Gary Belcher. Belcher across the time stripe with it, to the right side to Bradley. Bradley gives it back to Belcher. With Slater on the near side. He works it into the top of the key. Gives it to the far side to Bradley. Looks at the bucket and then gives it to Belcher. Now he gives it right back to Bradley. They bring it back to the near side to Slater. Again, works it toward the lane. Gives it back outside against the Tigers playing the zone. He's shot up by Bradley. No good. Rebound by Larkin of the Tigers. He clears it away looking for help. Gets it out to Daniel. As Daniel's in the front court with it for Prezzavati. He goes under. Fade away off the glass. There we go. Prezzavati. 54 to 47. The Tigers win 7-14 in the ball game. As Bradley with it into the front court for the Wolfpack. Gives it to Gary Baker out at midcourt. As Baker gives it back to Bradley on the right side, back outside to Belcher. He's at the point position and bring it to Slater on the near side wing. As Eastville directs some traffic, gives it to Barry Baker in the corner left side, gives it to Gary Belcher on the wing, and they go back to Slater on the far side. Cross the court with it, trying to get it down low to Barry Baker, does get it down there, firing off the glass and on go. Rebound to Larkin of the Tigers. Gives it to Daniels, has it deflected by Gary Baker, and inbounds. As they give it out front to Bradley. Gives it in the corner to Gary Belcher. Back to Bradley, top of the key. As he's dribbling with it out front, directing some traffic now. He's got somebody on the near side. Now he gets Slater on the near side wing. As Slater looking into the corner, and Barry Baker comes to the corner, gets the pass, gives it outside to Bradley. They give it to Harris in the lane, turn around, jump shot, good. Chris Harris. 56-47, Tigers down 9. Daniel with it into the front court for the Tigers. Pettis in the lane, firing over Harris. He's got it, good, from about 9 feet. 56 to 49, the Tigers within 7 with 5:36 to play in the ball game. As Bradley with the ball in the backcourt, gives it to Gary Baker. Baker brings it up against pressure from Daniel. as Gary Baker with the ball on the point. Gives it in the corner to Barry Baker. His brother gives it back out to Gary on the wing as they get it to Slater top of the key. To Gary Baker firing from the left side off the iron, will not go. Rebound goes long, picked up by Harris finally. Gives it back to Gary Baker. Drives, puts it off the glass, will not go. Rebound to Pettis in traffic. Knocked away by Gary Belcher. Forcing the shot up. That won't go. Pettis firing a free throw. It's good. 56 to 50. The Tigers within 6. As Jim Pettis will have one more attempt. He fires good. 56-51. The Tigers within 5 with 5:07 to play. And the Wolfpack with the ball in the backcourt is Chad Slater with the ball. He'll give it to Gary Baker and he'll give it to Will Bradley there in the front court. As Slater with the ball. Gives it to Baker on the point. As Baker looking inside, brings it to Slater on the near side. Gives it back to Baker on the point around the horn with it to Bradley. As Bradley brings it back toward the near side again, Slater on the near side. They just work it around the outside of the Tiger defense. As Bradley with Baker with it out front with it. Top the key, looking inside. As they give it to Barry Baker in the corner right side. Gary Baker who moves to the wing, and now Slater goes to the point position. They bring it across court and now trying to get it inside. And Prezzavati moves in for the interception. Gets it out to Pettis. Pettis into the front court with it, backs his way down the lane.
This may be the ugliest one we had all season.
With 4:28 left to play in the ballgame. Jim Pettis on the line and ready. Fires the first one. Good. 56-52. The Tigers within 4 with 4:28 left to play in the ballgame. As Pettis going for his 14th point tonight, which left foot is good. 56-53. The Tigers within 3. 56-52. The Tigers within 4. Could not 53. 3-point disadvantage for the Tigers. As Gary Baker was in the front court for the Wolfpack. On the point position move. Gives it to the right side to Bradley. Gives it to Smith on the near side. Looking inside. Gives it back outside to Belcher. To Baker. As Baker holds it overhead. Gives it back to Smith on the near side. Looking inside for Baker. We got on 4 fouls.
Pettis, Larkin, Baker, and Harris.
As Smith with the ball for the Wolfpack at the right side, gives it around the horn to Bradley, gives it back. Now they got Baker down to Barry Baker to shoot the free throw. He's got the personal foul. That's good. Now we're going to shoot the 2-shot technical. We're going to put Gary Baker on the line to shoot that. 59-53. The Tigers fall off the pace by 6 now. As Gary Baker puts the first technical down, 60-53. The Tigers down 7. And Gary Baker will have one more. And he puts that one down. 61-53, the Tigers down by 8. And the Wolfpack will have the ball out of bounds at midcourt. Now, if they get the bucket here, that means that that's been a monumental play. It would be a 7-point, or it could be an 8-point turnaround if they get a 3-point shot in. And Gary Baker with the ball into the front court. Gives it to Bradley on the right side. He gives it to Barry Baker down low. Now Barry Baker on the line to shoot the free throw. Puts the shot up. Good. 64-53. Tigers down by 11 with 3:19 to play in the ball game. And Daniel with it in the front court for the Tigers. Gives it to Rhodes in the corner right side. Dribbles one time, looking inside. Now he'll fire with 3-pointer. Long over the iron, picked up by Prezzavati on the far side. Drives it to the baseline, firing off the baseline. No good. Rebound to Barry Baker. Daniel sees the outlet pass. Firing from the right side off the glass. Got it. Danny Daniels. 64-55. The Tigers down by 9 with 3:23 left to play in the ball game. And Gary Baker brings it to the front court for the Wolfpack. To the right side with it, gives it to Bradley. We'll give it outside to Smith, to Baker on the right side wing, left side wing. As he'll give it to Bradley, who comes to the point position to Smith on the right side, drops it down low to Barry Baker, firing off the glass. He's got it. Using the height advantage, the Wolfpack go out 66-55 with Daniel in the front court. It goes down to Pettis down low, firing over Baker. He's got it. Jim Pettis. 66-57. The Tigers down by 9. 2:48 left to play in the ball game. As into the front court with it. The Wolfpack is in the ball game, but certainly not as experienced as Ralph Watson. As Chris Harris on the free throw line for the Wolfpack, firing a free throw no good. He hits strong off the flange. We got a 66-57 ball game. Tigers trailing by 9. After getting within 3 about a moment ago, and then the technical was really taking its toll. Harris firing again, no good. Rebound tipped out by Parker, picked up by Rhodes. They double team him in the backcourt. He'll give it to Daniel. Daniel with it into the front court. Out of the deep. Back to the way. Looks to the right side of Pettis on the wing. Jim gives it back to Danny outside. Danny almost lost control of it at the midcourt try to fix it up. Gets it back to the point position. The everybody on the wing. Drives it toward the baseline. Drops it down low to Pettis. Works inside, firing Harris. Come over his back. No foul. Picked up by Rose. Rose puts up the prayer and got it. Rose to Preservati. Wolfpack comes back out with Bradley, Smith, Gary Baker, Barry Baker, and Chris Harris. And the Wolfpack bring it into Gary Belcher in the backcourt as Daniels picks it up. As Baker runs over top of Daniels and comes in the front court. On the right side with it, brings it to the point, gives it to Bradley on the far side wing, gives it back outside to Gary Belcher. First it into the lane drive. As he just hit the first one, so he's proving you right, Bob.
Gary Baker came in that third quarter, put up 11 points real quick, and really set the tempo for the second half.
As he hit the second free throw, we got a 68-59 ball game now. The Tigers down by 9. As the Tigers come back to Rose, going in the front court. Over overhead, looks at the bucket, gives it back outside to Daniel. As Danny gives it across court to Preservati. Works it for the top of the key. Firing from 16 is put it short and put up and in by Pettis.
Expecting more excitement than this. It's kind of dull.
And to Gary Baker in the backcourt. As he runs over top of Danny Daniels into the front court again. Gives it to Bradley on the wing. He drop it down low to Barry Baker. Puts it on the glass side for Barry Baker. 70-61. Tigers down by 9 with a minute 29 left to play here in the ball game. As Preservati looks at the bucket from 3-point range now, drives it to the baseline, comes under. Not sure what I saw on that one.
I didn't see a double dribble. I saw him lose the ball totally.
So the Wolfpack with the ball on the backcourt. Billy Smith with the ball. And he'll give it to Gary Baker. Gary Baker will work it up. They lead the Tigers by 9 with a minute 14 to play in the ball game. Gary Baker with it on the right side. Gives it to Bradley. Gets it into the back. Shoots the 1-and-1. We got a minute 7 left to play in the ball game. 70-61. Tigers trade. As Smith firing a free throw. It is no good. Rebound. Titter knocked it out for the Wolfpack. As Daniels with it into the front court for the Tigers. Top of the key. Drops it down low to Pettis. Firing off the replay, off the turnaround to the goal. Rebound to Chris Harris. Gets it out to Bradley as Preservati contesting him with it and the ball. So the Wolfpack have it in the front court. We've got 51 seconds to play. Tigers down by 9. As the Wolfpack bring it into Barry Baker. He's in the corner right side. Gives it back out front to Gary Baker. As Gary brings it toward the near side. Now turns it because Gary Baker wasn't aware of it. Tigers come up with it now. Daniels with it into the front court. Brings it across the Preservati on the near side. Starts it toward the lane. Trying to get it back outside. There's the pass stolen by Gary Baker of the Wolfpack. Comes down, drops it to Barry Baker. Goes under, lays it up, good. Barry Baker. The Wolfpack go up by 11. Daniels really mugged by Bradley, but no call as Daniels now brings it to the front court. Firing from 3-point range off of the iron, no good. Rebound goes to the floor. Picked up by Pettis. They mug him as Rose now puts it up. That will go. Rebound pulled down by Gary Baker on the Wolfpack with 9 seconds on the clock. As Gary Baker with it into the backcourt. Brings it to the front court. Across the Tide spot. As he is fouled by Daniels. As Baker fires the free throw. It's good. 73-61, Tigers trailing by 12. And Gary Baker on the line for one more. Puts it up, and that is no good. Rebound pulled down by David Butler, trying to finish the score at the buzzer. This is the final score. Williamson Wolfpack, 73. Princeton Tigers, 61. We'll be back for wrap up after this. We got 5:29 left to play in the first quarter. It's 2-0. The Wolfpack leading in a game that's a little slow to get underway. And Sean Rose on the line for the Tigers to shoot 2 shots. Puts the first one up. It is good. Tigers get on the scoreboard with 5. 15-7, the Tigers trailing with 3 seconds left to play in the first quarter. As Rhodes firing, it's good. 15-8, Tigers down by 7. As Rhodes will have one more. Rhodes firing, it is on the iron and good. Line for the Tigers with 6:04 left to play in the first half. As Daniels firing a free throw, it's good. 19-15 now. The Tigers trailing by 4 with 6:04 to play in the first half. As Daniels firing again, it's good. Sean Rhodes on the free throw line for the Tigers.
I'm a little bit surprised they got played with him.
So? Rhodes firing a free throw. Got it up and down. It's 38-29 now. The Tigers down by 9. As Rhodes firing again with the right hand. That was good. But he has not had many attempts at the basket. They've just triple teamed him all night.
Right.
Pettis firing a free throw. That's good. He'll have a second one. How many shots do you think he's had tonight?
5 or 6. I don't know. Not many.
Pettis firing again from the free throw line. That's good. Pettis firing a free throw. It's good. 56-50. The Tigers within 6. As Jim Pettis will have one more attempt. He fires. Good. 50 with 4:28 left to play in the ballgame. Jim Pettis on the line and ready. Fires the first one. Good. 56-52. The Tigers within 4 with 4:28 left to play in the ballgame. As Pettis going for his 14th point tonight, left foot is good.